Good morning. Just came back from the gym. That's why I have this very sporty outfit thing going on. Some awkward posing, some protein shake. That I only ran. Funny story. I They have like these free classes at my gym, and so I went to one of them, and it was like this contemporary dance. And I am a terrible contemporary dancer. Like I know how to do some Latino dances, but this is very like dramatic and it requires all this like neck movement thing that it was just not working for me as I just showed you. And so it was funny because like the class started and I realized this was the kind of movement that we are gonna be doing, and I was like, fuck, like I cannot walk out 5 minutes into the class. So I was pretty much committed at that point. So whatever. I failed miserably at the end. I didn't really ever learn the choreography, but I tried. I genuinely tried, and I tried to have fun with it as well. Like at first I was like, oh god, this is going to be a long class, but then I was like, you know what, how often do I get to just be really dramatic in my movements and like throw my arms and let the arm just like leave me, it's not very often. So I was like, I'm gonna commit today, and I did, and it was just fun. Like I had fun at the end of the day, and it was nice seeing the people that actually knew how to dance. Like they did a really beautiful job. But I was just committed to my role of following along and realizing that I won't do this class again. But I'm glad that I tried it, and now I know that it's not for me. And then I went for a run after because I felt like I had to do some kind of exercise. Like that was my whole point of going to the gym. And in this class I didn't really feel like it was a good stretch, but I didn't really sweat. This is unrelated anyway. The whole reason why I did that and I went to that class is because I didn't I think I usually go to the gym in the morning and I have like a pretty set routine. So I just go to the gym and then go to class and then like read and study, and then I have a whole plan, right? Like I think that I have to tell myself the things I have to do, because otherwise if I get to the moment and I start being like spontaneous about it, I completely lose track. And that is kind of what happened today. I didn't go to the gym in the morning, and then the class I had to go to was canceled, and then it kind of threw off my day. So I was just like sitting kind of on my phone all day, pretty much, just wondering like what should I do next? Maybe study now, maybe read, and I would start reading something, and it felt just so purposeless. Like why am I reading this? I don't really care. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for. I'm not even taking notes. Like I was just like kind of going through the words, but nothing was sticking. So that obviously is not a very encouraging feeling. And that was the rest of the day for me, pretty much just kind of on my phone scrolling on Reddit, to the point that like I kept scrolling and the same post kept coming up. And that was kind of my call to be like, I need to get out of this app. But then I deleted Instagram and Facebook and everything else just so I wouldn't be stuck to my phone. And then Reddit now is kind of doing that for me, less often than Instagram would. But I even open like Instagram on the web, and and so like again a vicious cycle, right? Which is where I would run to if I felt overwhelmed and I felt directionless, which today was one of those days. And you know what? It's okay. This is just me. What? I have a spider friend. I don't think I minded that much because I kind of do have a lot of bugs in my room. But I literally had another one in the same spot like a month ago, and I kicked her out. So I wonder how this one came in. But anyway, she can stay. I'm also thinking it might have to do with my cycle, because I've been like very very basically getting into it and like seeing that, okay, when my period ended right after that, maybe I felt really great. So I don't know if like that was a luteal phase or something, and like then maybe it's a little bit after that now, like the next phase where you kind of feel like trash, and then like you start ovulating again after. So I'm hoping that maybe next week I'll feel great, and then I'll take it again and like try and be directed into success or something. But right now I don't feel like that. I feel like shit. And so um might be my period, might just be the day, honestly, might just be the fact that like my routine like kind of got thrown off. But it's okay. The whole point of this video is to say that you can try again tomorrow. If you didn't have such a great day, if you're not having such a great week, in the greater scheme of things, it's not going to matter that much. And I know like there's deadlines and there's these milestones that are placed in order for things to get done. But that's the whole reason why the milestones are there. At the end of the day, it doesn't really affect you that much if you don't like submit that paper on time. It affects the system, right? Because they want things to be done in a certain kind of way, in a certain kind of rhythm. But these systems are very generalized, and expecting kind of the same thing from everybody don't take into account the fact that everybody's having a very different day at very different moments, at very different rhythms. And so their solution for that was to disregard how everyone is doing every day, like the feelings of, the individual humans that sustain society. And instead they were just like, you know what, just do it all at the same time. Like, let's just all get these milestones done because we have I don't know, an economy to sustain, or we have like something to run, and like graduations to happen, and like jobs to give, and seasons to follow, and all these very organized categorical things that does not at all match with the way that we actually live, because natural disasters happen, and then maybe it rains the day that you had to graduate, that you had to submit that paper, I don't know, like something happens, and maybe you have a swimming competition and your period comes, and like little things like that. But it's helpful to remember that most of these things are not built to support us, they are built to support themselves. And so if today you happen to have a slower day than usual, kind of like I'm having, it's okay to try again tomorrow. And it's okay to, maybe you didn't read anything all day and you didn't do any homework, but you can still go for a little run and go to bed, watch a show, and try again tomorrow, and it's gonna be okay. At least I hope. So far, it seems like it will be. So I hope that it's the case for you too.